A Frenchville Republican has filed to run against Senator Susan Collins in next year's primary, according to the Sun Journal. 42-year-old Daniel Smigurlio filed the paperwork on Friday. Smiriglio currently runs Voice of the People USA Radio, an activist group. According to the paper, he calls himself a lifelong Republican with an anti-establishment stance. Last week, 37-year-old Philip Wrench of Waterboro announced he would be running as an independent. Wrench is a former engineer at SpaceX. Collins has indicated that she will run for a sixth term, but has not officially made the announcement.